New year, another live stream.
Happy New Year too.
Happy New Year and Happy New Year to all of our viewers.
It's crazy. It's only 2 weeks old right now, right? And
hmm
and everyone's forgot it's new. They don't even say hi, Happy New Year anymore, but it's still new for the next 50 weeks.
I know it's because people are busy planning with all the
Mhm.
new things that they're excited for to accomplish in 2019.
Absolutely.
And we're right there with them.
Yes, we are.
So we are back for another year of live streams, and we have some really, really exciting news about the direction of where our live streams are going. So you're going to make sure to stay tuned to see all the changes that are coming up in the new year, and how we're going to carry on just continuing to educate all of our customers and all of our friends in the automotive industry.
And occasionally we will carry on too, right?
We will carry on.
Never mind.
But today, this is going to be a 4-part series where we discuss the ways that your shop can increase your profit margin in 2019. At the start of the new year, people are focused on their goals, and the goals of many businesses are, how do we make more money?
Right. What's the plan?
What is the plan? And there's a lot of different moving components. There's not one magic answer, but it's really a lot of things working together in order to achieve better results.
Everybody knows that when you're working in the shop, there's just so many things going on. The whole every day's fluid. Things are changing. You guys are adapting and all that. So what we want to try to do over the next 4 or so shows that we're going to do here is give you some tools to work with. Little tools, because when you start little, you go big. And that's what we're going to try to do.
Absolutely. So the first topic that we're going to talk about today, and how to increase your actual profit margin. So not just make more revenue coming into your shop, but your profit margin, is it comes to scheduling.
That's one of the biggest things.
One of the biggest things. It's something that a lot of people overlook, but it's a simple additional step that you can add into any type of relationship that you have with any of your customers to really plan better for future visits.
You're selling a day, you're selling time and hours, you're selling bays. So you're dividing all these things up, and you're selling to keep that bay filled all day. You're selling to keep those technicians moving, and you're selling to hopefully making customers really happy, because with all this planning and everything that you're doing, everything's going to flow smoothly. And that's what scheduling comes in, because if you don't start scheduling and you're doing all this selling, you never know where you're at.
Absolutely.
And it's going to be really tough.
Yeah, and one of the biggest things, when you're able to schedule your customer's next appointment, not only are you guaranteeing another trip, you're also in control of when they should be coming back and how often they should be coming back. So it's not so much of generating new vehicles into your shop, but keeping the current ones coming back on a consistent basis.
And as you may remember, there's that statistic that if you have a customer coming back, it's 60 to 70% more likely you're going to sell to them, as to somebody who just walked in the door where you only have a 5% chance.
And you know what? It also keeps some of their cost more manageable, because if they're coming back on a routine basis, they're not surprised with these big prices of services that they need to get, because they're only coming back once a year, or when there's a problem, more importantly.
That's really big, because servicing your vehicle will save you money. It's going to cost you money when you do it, but in the long run, it's a lot cheaper than putting a new transmission or engine in. So you're absolutely right with that.
And when it comes to actually working within your team, when you're scheduling in advance, you know that you're able to allocate a proper amount of time to what the service is actually needed. So you're going to provide better quality work for your customers, but more importantly, you're going to be keeping your technicians working while they're at your shop. If you know how much work is to be expected coming in, and now that's not to discredit any walk-ins that of course you're going to have and you're going to be dealing with, but if you're able to really schedule out your day, your technicians are going to be busy while working.
And you actually hit on a really important point there, Shannon. You got to plan a day with flexibility for the walk-ins, for the broken bolt, for the job that gets done faster, for the job that takes longer. And that's part of scheduling, because you're going to have to weigh it out. I mean, if you really get to the nitty-gritty, how effective are your technicians? Do you have a gentleman that works 8 hours a day, but he turns in 12 hours? He's more than 100% efficient, so you can load him up and do more scheduling for them. And then if someone's a little slow, all right, so you do that. And you can plan for when the guys or girls are out on vacation, and do all the setting. That thing is, you're going to have a consistent day-to-day number of cars showing up. And that's what it's all about, because if you sell the base, sell the day, sell the hours, you get the money.
At the end of the day, it all comes down to the predictability.
And it's not predictable. But no, that's what you're really doing, is
Sure.
you're giving yourself as many options that if something doesn't happen, you know, I always used to say I had plan A, B, C, and D all the way to Z.
Sure.
Because you got to be able to flex, you got to be able to change. Because all it takes is that one engine mount to break or something like that. You know, you guys know, you folks know what it's like. Just one engine, one car can throw the whole day off, you know. So you got to somehow balance it all.
Absolutely. So by implementing, whether it's, you know, just an added step in your checkout process, by asking your customer, hey, we think it's valuable for you to come in. Are you available on this day to come back in, check in for your next appointment? Or implementing softwares that are out there, such as Bolt-On Technology. There's many ways where you can schedule in advance to make it very limited, you know, as far as time on your team's half, automate it so that way you achieve better results.
You're absolutely right. You mentioned Bolt-On. Our Loop Sticker program will actually set that next appointment. Now, you have to think about this. Everybody's really busy.
Mm-hmm.
So if we can set that next appointment and even put it in the customer's calendar, because many people live by that calendar, imagine they can see when the month turns and that oil change is on the calendar, they can start making the mental thought, hey, I get the oil change. And then a week before, that message, that little text goes, hey, your oil's ready, and then come in.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that gets them back, and they'll appreciate that too.
Absolutely. Now, for anybody who's watching or anybody who will be tuning in after we've finished our live broadcast, we want to know who's actually scheduling in their shops already. What are some of the experiences you have? Has it been successful for you? And what do your customers think of it? Do they appreciate being able to plan out their schedule around their vehicle? And is it more convenient for them?
Yeah, and also let's throw one other thing in there. Remember, if you schedule the customers, you can spend quality time with those customers, especially if you set the appointments from 7:30, next appointment at 7:45, 8 o'clock, and you sell it to your customers. Say, listen, Mr. Smith, Mrs. Smith, 7:30 is the time I'd like you to come in because I want to spend 15 minutes with you.
Mm-hmm.
That's another point that's going to move your profits up and the satisfaction, and everything's going to come together.
Mm-hmm. It really ties in a lot of different aspects of your business,
Mm-hmm.
from the customer service to the time management and to the overall profitability.
Yeah.
So let us know if you're scheduling in your shop, and tune in next week for the second edition of How to Increase Profit Margins in 2019. Can anybody guess what it'll be?
No.
You'll have to wait. All right. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next week.
So.